All right, this is the interior of my 63 RAGTOP. You can see the seat cover's been changed. They don't look bad. They're in good condition. That's not necessarily the problem. The problem is, see those back door panels painted flat black. This car's all stock. There's the back carpeting. I haven't torn that up yet because I'm leaving it, try to leave it as stock as possible. But you see the door jambs are really nice, never been repainted. Even though this car's been painted yellow and then painted green again, the inside of the car has been completely painted flat black, including the dash, the door cards and everything. So my idea is I just want to clean it up. I'm going to get all that carpet up, and I'm going to take the door panels off, and I'm going to clean them up. I've already repainted the dash and got that all put back together. And I simply want to just take all the junk out, clean it, and treat the floors because there's just a little bit of rust on there. So if this is something you're interested in, let's get started. All right, what do you think I should do about the factory interior? The carpet's really dirty, the mats are really cracked, and back here it's kind of tattered. I wonder if I should strip all that out. When I got this bug, all 4 door panels were painted, as you could see, flat black. I was able to scrape the paint off of the front ones, and now I'm going to work on the back by just using a citrus stripper and a rag. All right, this is quite satisfying. Here's the door panel. This is after one coat of just this citrus stripper. Then I scrubbed it with a brush and then hosed it down, and it came out still pretty black. So I put a whole nother coat of the citrus stripper on it, and now I'm just wiping it in one direction with a clean towel, and you can see how it's going to come out nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and put this camera down, and I'm going to give you this one more wipe. Yeah. All right, it's going to take some cleaning, so I'm going to do that right now. All right, I kind of went over them with a really soapy SOS pad. I rinsed them off. Now I'm just going to lay them out here in the sun just for a minute. And usually what I do is I flip them over, soak it down, and put a bunch of weight on it to flatten them out. That's what I do with the fronts, and we're going to go ahead and do that with the backs. All right, I gave them a good soak down, put a couple of stepping stones on there, and I'm going to let them just bake here in the sun. It's going to be over 100 today, so they'll dry out nicely by this afternoon. Now the shades completely covered the door panels. I'm going to pull these blocks off and take it over and set it on the patio table and let them finish drying. I will give them overnight to dry, and tomorrow we'll go ahead and put those in the back of the car. All right, ashtrays back in, rear panels are fitted into place. Now it's time to put the seat back in. I've pulled up all the rubber mats and carpet. You can see it still has all the original soundproofing. There has been a little bit of water in here, but there's no rust. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this scale out of here and treat that rust. And I'm just gonna run it right now without carpet and without rubber mats. All right, these floors, the original floors, are in fantastic shape. All I'm doing is taking this little brush and just on some of these darker spots right in here, you can see, all I'm doing is just knocking the top of the rust off in a few of these places, especially in these hard to reach crevices all the way through here. All right, but nothing major. And all I'm doing is just knocking, like I said, the top of the growth of the rust off, and then I'll get in here with my rust repellent, rust remover, and it's going to clean all of this up nicely. I mean, you can see it's bare metal on the floors there. All that'll turn white, and if I wanted to, I could just shoot some black paint on it, but there's no sense hiding it. All right, I'm going to go to the other side. Okay, same thing here. It's just a light coating of oxidation because some water sat here at one point. So I'm just going to go ahead and scrub this a little bit, like I said. especially in between the cracks. And I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum it out and then use my spray bottle and spray my repellent in there. All right, this is what I'm using. This is, as you see, I should say it again. This is Krud Kutter RUSTEX. I just put it in a squirt bottle and squirted it into places, but you could also put it on a brush. You use a lot less if you put it on a brush. So all I'm gonna do is go ahead and squirt all this in here. We're just gonna let it set up for a few minutes while I clean the rest of the garage and clean up the floor. And then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Anyways, I will leave a link below for this product. You can find it on Amazon. There'll be a link down there. All right, it's pretty sad, but that's the original carpet. It's spent. The mats are just as bad, even though the green ones. I mean, I could clean them up a little bit, but yeah, no. All right, inside, just after like 10 minutes, already starting to look great. Scrubbing down the mats with some simple green, and then I'll do the whole tunnel and around the brake handles, get all of that up. And I don't want to shoot any paint on it because I want to leave the floors as original as possible, but I might just shoot some black paint right across that strip on both sides. Both door panels in place. This one looks like it could be cleaned a little bit better now that I figured out a good way to do it. Floors are cleaned up nicely. The rust is removed. You can see the bare metal right here is what used to be rust. It's completely taking care of it. So I'm gonna paint that piece that's just foam. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint that black on both sides so it doesn't even look rusty. And like I said, I may run with mats. I don't want to put a carpet kit in. Maybe I'll just buy a set of cocoa mats. And I still haven't got in there and cleaned up. Look how nice the shifter and all of that cleaned up. That was just with some simple green once I pull these rubber mats out. This is kind of cool. This was all here when I bought the car, but that's a push button starter. And I just now saw this button for the first time once I pulled up the mats. It doesn't move, but underneath here you can see there's these vents that are put in there and there's some plumbing. So I'm guessing that maybe that went to some kind of little blower that pumps stuff out, that pumped out some heat from the heater boxes. Like I said, I've never been under that car. Today I vacuumed it for the first time since I got it, because when I got this car 2 years ago, I didn't even have a shop vac because mine was on the blink. All right, cleans up nicely. All right, there is with a little bit of paint shot to cover up the styrofoam that had some rust stains on it. There you go. All right, so here is a look with the seats back in it. No carpet, no rubber mats, but everything is cleaned up. Back here, what once looked all rusty, looks a lot cleaner now. I didn't have anything to hide. There's my original Burrell green there. All right, well, that's it on the interior. Both door panels are done, front and rears. For the headliner, I just clipped that piece into place. I didn't want to glue it because you've got to take the headliner down to replace the canvas. And it might not need it, but there is a little separation here you might want to fix. I might want to fix. All right, one last look at the interior. I was hoping to roll it outside, but I wound up having a leaky master cylinder, so I've got to tend to that. Can't see the floors because it's too dark, but it looks a lot cleaner. All right, that's it on this one.